Hello everyone, good morning, happy Sunday, happy rainy, miserable Sunday I might add. I just popped out thinking it wasn't too bad and I got soaked. And it's raining, it's a day to stay in to catch up with the things you've missed or haven't had time to do and just enjoy the warmth, okay? Of course if you've got to go out, you've got to go out. I wouldn't advise it though, okay? So this is your Sunday tarot reading, no fixed sign. This can happen today, tomorrow, next week, the week after. I don't put too much of a fixture on timings because so much is changing, you know, especially with like people's free will. It can change an outcome, or something saying meant to happen next week, it could happen the week after, okay? So don't focus, say, if I say over the next few days, don't look at Wednesday definitely and go, oh, this is going to happen on Wednesday. Take what you want, okay? What I will say is in the pre-shuffle with my Light Seers Tarot, you had the Rebirth card coming up, Death, Rebirth. So I think that's been coming up quite a few times, especially in private readings as well. So there's a transformation coming in. So it'll be interesting to see if it comes up this time, all right? So I'm just going to turn my heater around, only because I went a bit crazy with the heater and now it was blasting in my face and it's really, really hot. So let's see. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Let's see what is coming up. The Lovers. That's what's coming up. Gemini. You could be a Gemini. Major Arcana. Choice to make. Choice between two jobs. Choice between perhaps two people. Choice between two things. How you're living your life and how you want to live your life. That's still a choice. Just because it's not in front of you like point A and point B doesn't mean it's not a choice. We all make choices every single moment of our life. Do we have tea or coffee? Do we stay in bed till 10 or do we stay in bed till 10:30? We're making choices all the time, okay? So it doesn't have to be obvious in front of you, or it doesn't have to be somebody asking you to make a choice either. This choice is down to you though, okay? I just feel there could have been a bit of conflict with your rational mind and your emotional self. The emotional side could have maybe been more dominant, and you could have emotionally reacted to something. I'm asking you now what choice you're going to be making. However, this could be a choice in something as simple as going for a job interview and wondering if you're going to get it, or texting somebody and wondering if they're going to reply. Those simple things, okay? But the fact that you are being represented by a Major Arcana as the first card, you are the questioner, and the questioner's first card is always the strongest, okay? So this is like the leading role. It's almost like pointing the arrow, and wherever the direction will go is where the arrows was initially pointed. This is the Lovers, okay? There's a lot of lust here, guys. So you could be in lust, you could be in a new relationship, but we'll see what the other cards are saying. So what I would say, this initial card is, have you made any choices recently, or are you thinking about making a choice moving forwards, okay? I do feel a lot of it is becoming a part of your awakened self, and you could be more aware of how you could be a convenience for somebody, and you could be putting a stop to that type of thing, okay? So let's see outside influence. What is going on with the outside influence? Four of Pentacles. Now, this choice could be with regards to a job, actually, guys, because the Four of Pentacles is that financial aspect coming in. Now, it's not offering like an Ace of Pentacles, but I just feel some of you are rewiring how you're thinking about your finances, how you're thinking about like what you're spending the day to day. But I feel what's happening, your outside external situation is making you realize how nothing really changes, okay? So we could be going out to the same thing all the time, the same coffee houses, the same whatever, and the choice that you're making could be, is this really serving me anymore? Okay? Somebody might be holding on too tight to you where you feel a bit constricted, or somebody could be holding on tight to an idea that you can't relate to because it's on a material aspect. if this is a person, they're hiding behind finances, or they're hiding behind work, or they're hiding behind something because they don't want to reveal their emotional side, okay? So you could have been dealing with that type of situation. When the Lovers and the Four of Pentacles come up, that combination can mean that also, dealing with somebody who's focused too much on the material side of things. And half the time when somebody does that, yes, it's to obtain a certain status, and if you work hard for it, then rightly so, but also there's that darker side where they don't have to reveal how they feel, their emotional side. Could be game playing, could just be cut off from their emotions because it's work, 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 work. Can't do that for a long time. Empress tea, guys. Really, really nice. Let's see. This energy, how you're feeling after this energy. If you're not experiencing it already, we'll soon find out. We'll soon find out. What is coming in after this energy? Too many flipped over there, but look at the card I've just seen. It's the Death card, which is this transformation. So my beautiful clarifiers were right, even just in the pre-shuffle, that you are going through a spiritual transformation, because also got the World. This beautiful card is coming up a lot as a reminder. This is big changes. Entering into a new cycle, ending a cycle to enter into a new one. So the choices you're making here are prompting you to enter into this new cycle. If this isn't a new job or something on a material level, Hannah, I can't speak today, physical level, a material level, on the human plane, this would be somebody who's cutting off their emotions or not saying how they feel because they're too focused on the wrong, well, not that money's the wrong thing to focus on, but just putting too much emphasis on things that have no emotional depth to it, really. With you being the World, I mean, this can be a slow process, so don't expect it overnight. I said at the beginning, but if it's by next Wednesday, it's not going to happen by next Wednesday. But these are big, massive changes. But it's you entering into a brand new cycle because, again, you've got two major arcana in both your positions. And these are, it's almost like you're going to be that eagle soaring with ease. And you can see at the bottom, everything as it is, that small, was before you made this choice, it was like a big mountain and it's unattainable. It was, how am I going to get through this? But you get things in perspective. Okay. I'm not seeing like heartbreak from this decision yet, but let's have a look at what's coming in, because you've also got the Six of Pentacles, which is lovely. And I just feel, guys, a lot of you could have given into the situation a lot of time and emotion and not really got much back because of the mindset of this individual, okay? And you could have felt taken for granted because they'll take, if you're there and they ask you for help, they'll take it. It doesn't have to be financial. You could have lent somebody money and not got it back. But because you're the Lovers in the World, this is lessons learned, moving on from that. People will only see through their level of their own perception and their own walls and their own understanding. They won't understand that by you putting a lot of effort into a situation, being there for them, if it doesn't serve them, or at some point, then they're not going to understand why you're going to get upset if they're not always, they're there for you either. It's that give-take, that balance, that choice you're making. You could have been giving more to one person and not seeing somebody else, okay? I'm not reading it too much into that as a second person, though, right now, right this second. You're going through massive changes, guys. You might feel bit like the Hermit at the moment. Have a lot of people around you, speak to people every day, but still don't feel like clickness, Some of you are going to be offered a job. Bit of waiting though for it. This could be up to 7 weeks, guys. This is you waiting around Now, with the Lovers with the Seven of Pentacles, waiting around and seeing where this decision that you are going to make is going to take you. I am seeing the energy of another person, but it's not really, really strong this time. So I don't know whether you feel like you're distancing yourself and meaning it this time. If you're entering into this new phase also, you could be wondering whether this person's going to message you, waiting for that message type thing, okay? I mean, I have to generalize this reading because it is a general reading. So I'm looking at all options, you know, whether it's work, partner, friends, family, that type of stuff. So I'm just giving it all out there, putting it out there, okay? But up to 7 weeks' time, I would say the fruits of your decision and your labor is going to start to manifest in such wonderful ways, which would take us into... would it be the end of January, February time now? You know, so this isn't anything to be rushed. We know that because the world is here. Underneath the outside influence, let's see. Let's have a look-see. Yeah, you're going to get a message. 8 of Wands. I would say, it's very official cough there. There's 2 ways I'm going to read this, okay? The first way is I'm going to read it if you're in a relationship or situationship. The second one is more on a more normal day-to-day job, that type of thing, okay? So situation 1, this is a person, this is, you are waiting around, you will be waiting around to see what moves they're going to be making next, because you are keeping yourself busy with going to the next phase of your life. I do feel that some of you are realizing you cannot wait around as much as you have done, and the realization that this person maybe just pick you up and drop you whenever they feel like it is becoming more of a reality. Therefore, the balance that you're seeking with this person, you're assessing. The world is making you feel that zest for the opportunity, the unknown that you haven't experienced yet. So if you rewind yourself 6 months ago, you would have just happily carried on waiting. Now this waiting is wondering what they're doing, but if you notice, he's still working there, okay? So you're not stopping what you're doing, but you're still wondering about this person, if you've made the right choice. This would suggest that you have, if you do take a step back, because the 8 of Wands is a message coming in. It's a very fast action moving card, but it goes from the 7 to the 8 here. So I would say either 7 to 8 days, or 7 to 8 weeks. I know that's massively different, but because they're 2 different suits here, I have to give, you know, let's say no longer than 2 months, all right? But it looks like this person is going to contact you if that is what you're wondering. Now, if this is with regards to work, this looks like there's an offering coming in. You won't, if you're going for an interview or you're being promoted or something like that, there's going to be a delay in them letting you know what's going to be happening with your position, only because they could be short-staffed, their managers might be off or something like that, where they don't have the resources to get the ball rolling. So you're going to be waiting around, wondering if you've got it, and then you get the message to come in to say yes, that you have. This also works with homes as well, okay? So just be prepared, guys, that this decision you're making to enter into this new position or this new realm almost, there's just a waiting game. So if this is one door, this is another door, you're just going to be in this bit just for a little while until you can go through the next bit, okay? So messages coming in from this person, and a messages coming in with regards to a new opportunity. So this is exciting. What is underneath the world? That's far too many there. Yeah, it's far too many. Wow. 7 of Cups. This is in your position. If this is a person, they're going to offer you something and maybe make a bit more effort. However, it looks like you've got choices. You've got choices coming in the future. Work choices. Friend choices. You know, like what you're going to do with certain friends. Go out, this, that, and the other. Love choices. It could be a case of little too late, you know? You were there all the time at one point. They took that for granted, and then when they do decide to come in, it's like, oh, what do I do? Remember, this card is called the Lord of Welcome Delusion. So don't have this illusion that somebody's suddenly changed. They may have done, but just be aware of that, okay? And again, don't run into a situation without knowing exactly what you're running into. But there's options coming up for you. And there could have been such a long period when nothing was happening for quite a while. All of a sudden, look, there's 7 cups to choose from, which is very, very interesting. Just keep working hard, guys, with the 8 of Pentacles there. Don't forget, we've got 7 of Pentacles coming in here. You're not going to get the instant recognition, but it's coming in for you. Well, that's very interesting. Get you. Looks like you're focusing on the right things. When we take our energy away from something and just try and balance it out over here, it's amazing the different things that happen, okay? So I'm just going to ask for an overall clarifier. So can I have an overall clarifier for everybody? And let's see what's coming in. Overall clarifier. What is coming up, please? Can I have an overall clarifier? Thank you. Oh, there's 2. There's 3. The Lovers, which amplifies your energy here. So there is a clear choice in the decision that you're going to be making. Just don't feel like you're overwhelmed by this decision. Be objective, be clear. Okay? And also this can mean a Gemini energy also. The Knight of Wands. You beating the sound of your own drum here, guys. You're entering to the world energy. You're releasing this type of stagnated, unemotional, detached energy here. Because you're this amazing fire sign, this fire energy. You don't have to be a fire sign, by the way, but this is what it's showing at the moment. She's having fun there. She's ready to get on that horse. The Knight of Wands is, again, it's an action card, and it's also showing your creativity, new beginnings with regards to your mind, which is why there could just be a little waiting time, you know, especially if you're going after new work or you're starting something brand new. The enthusiasm is going to be there. It's going to be beautiful. But what I will say with the High Priestess coming up here, always go with your intuition. This is the Psychic card. This is your higher self. Again, so remember when these options come up for you, don't just jump in and take what you think is the more shiny option. Not everything that shines is gold, all right? So just be mindful. The great thing about the High Priestess is that she's not an action card. She's standing still. She's observing, okay? She's aware of what goes on without actually having to say anything and without having to make any action. So whilst it's good to be this Knight of Wands energy, to keep going, to enter into this new world phase, whatever that is for you, and finding the balance, is all very beautiful coming in for you. Just be mindful, especially if there's energies or characters which are trying to seep their way back in, because you're standing in your own truth, all right? If this is with regards to a job, hold it in there. Don't be too disheartened if it's not happening straight away, or a new home if it's not happening straight away. There seems to be a bit of a resting period before everything happens all of a sudden, which is this fast action movement card, all right? So have fun with this energy. The High Priestess, I just need to advise you to just observe and go with your guts and your intuition. And the Lovers doubling up here. This is the exact reason why I used a clarifier from a different deck, because it doubles up that energy. Your choice here, guys, starting off with you now. Which direction are you going to go in, okay? Either way, it looks like it's good days for you, okay? Woo, so that's very interesting. I'm going to do a card, The Universe Has Your Back, and then we'll leave it there. I am doing my class tonight, and after this video I will be sending out the Zoom links, so keep an eye out for that. The universe has your back, and it always does. You just don't think it at the time sometimes. It's a nice long one. Okay. So it says, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is for the highest good. Expanding perceptions is the key word there. This energy doesn't have expanding perceptions. It's holding on too tight to coins. Expanding perceptions is this. The world and the High Priestess. Bless you. There you go. Okay, so I will be doing another one on Tuesday evening, so watch out for that. There are other bits and pieces obviously that are going to go on this page. I keep forgetting how close Christmas is, but if you do want a tarot reading with me, message me first before I would say using the booking system, because that doesn't seem to work very well. But guys, you have a great day. You have a great Sunday. And I will speak to... for the competition, I'm doing it tomorrow now. I know it's going to be today, but the winner of the competition is going to be announced tomorrow evening, because just time-wise, I need to spread it out a bit more. Okay, so there's an extra 24 hours if you haven't entered that. So find that if you want to. And so, yeah, so the other thing is just obviously my class tonight. So I will see you guys there who's attending. Speak to you very, very soon. I hope this made sense for you, but if not, listen to me on Tuesday. Take care and have a lovely Sunday.